and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on last year's national champions, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Buffaloes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So the Texas Longhorns offense is on the field for the first time today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm...
There he goes! Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. They'll ride the hot hand. Got the first down and more. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
And he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Colorado's offense will go to work for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
This time he's got his man. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. And what a missed opportunity early in this football game. And the Buffaloes will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense.
Turning it on! They'll ride him out of bounds. That's a good pickup spotted at attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Across the 15. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He makes a grab. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Wow, what a big play. And how about the hit stick tackle right there? That's one this offense is going to remember.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Coates. Grabbed in the middle, it's Fry. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Prime. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Here on 3rd down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to throw again. Finds his man down the middle. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Buffaloes have this offense rolling. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got a chance. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another.
job by the defense. A negative play on third down. The Buffaloes will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And this offense has done a good job coming out the gate strong. They've been really, really good. This is the type of play, man, you can give momentum back to the defense, swing it back to the other side if you're not careful with the football.
Got it, looking for a first. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Buffaloes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Dropping back, it's Coates. Snagged out of the air. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Quick completion on the out. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Handoff to the single running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, Colorado. Fitted in the window for the score.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Finds his tight end. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense picks it up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Longhorn! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job, you got points, now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The inside handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and This offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Dropping back, it's Coates. Rushes on him. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. The Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Toss sweep to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll try to get outside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Trying to set up the screen. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just try.
Breaks into the open. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And how about the wheels? Makes the big play. And listen, Palmer, when you mess up early in the game, you put the ball on the turf, you want to make it up, that's a great way to do it right there.
Yeah, he's been playing motivated, and this coaching staff, they haven't quit on him. They've kept him a big part of the game plan. He's paying off that confidence.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job to...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. The running back has it. He's knocked down at the 33, and that's short of the line to gain, and let's see what they do on fourth down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Did he call bank on that one? Off the left upright and good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Power football with the run. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Direct snap. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And here comes the offense on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got a man. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And this offense continues to have success and just put a long drive together. And on this defense, I'm getting desperate now. It's desperation. I got to make a play. I got to force something to happen. I got to change something up, and I got to get this football back to my offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need 1 more on 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Leon. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Got his man. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now on the counter. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. He got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten. At this point, you've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here.